The objective in hockey is to score. And that's exactly what GCU did to win the national championship, scoring in triple overtime against Lindenwood University, a team they were heavy underdogs against. The players now refer to it as the Miracle on Tile. The NHL draft kicked off in lively Las Vegas, promising an exciting weekend for hockey fans, filled with player selections, trades, and fans getting to witness the first pick in history for the Utah Hockey Club. However, one fan base was left wondering if their state would ever see the return of hockey again. Just a year later, Phoenix hosted the second All-Star game at America West Arena, now known as the Footprint Center, where the Western Conference won again in front of a crowd of 17,000 fans. Tina Thompson went on to be named MVP of the game. Well, everybody has been waiting for Mullet Arena to finally open up, and the doors will be tonight at 5 p.m. for fans to come on in here and get the chance to watch some Sun Devil hockey. Tickets to the game are free, with puck drop being slated for 7 p.m. In Tempe. Joseph Furtado, Cronkite News. From youth to semi-professional soccer, FC Arizona strives to push its players to become their very best. So come out and catch a game right here at Westwood High School in Mesa. Joseph Furtado, Cronkite News. Grand Canyon University has formed one of the best collegiate roller hockey teams in the country. The club team, founded by Aiden Schwetz, competes at the Division I level in the National Collegiate Roller Hockey Association.
I wanted to build a program off of two things, one of which was creating as much opportunity as humanly possible, being able to play as much roller hockey as humanly possible, and being able to be nimble as a team and take advantage of opportunities as they arise.
The team has found remarkable success in their brief history, compiling a 40-12-0-4 record over 2 seasons. Still, the club confronts the challenges of being a new entity, including being completely funded by the players for all costs, fees, and travel expenses. Without any financial support from GCU, it's tough to attract new talent.
It's hard because, kids go to other schools and they don't get that, and you have to pay to play, and so it makes it a lot, makes it more difficult for people like GCU.
The Lopes finished the year with their best season to date, picking up notable wins against Arizona State in the Western Conference Championship and reaching nationals for the first time in program history, a goal the players set to begin the season.
Getting to the championship game was realistic for us. Winning was a whole other animal.
GCU did more than reach their goal this season. They climbed the mountain and won the national championship after upsetting the 2-time defending champions, Lindenwood University.
The Lopes, national champions!
An accomplishment a Western Conference team hasn't done since 2011. The objective in hockey is to score. And that's exactly what GCU did to win the national championship, scoring in triple overtime against Lindenwood University, a team they were heavy underdogs against. The players now refer to it as the Miracle on Tile.
This is just like a story that nobody ever thought would happen.
And everyone's looking, trying to find someone, because we're like, this just happened, and who am I going to celebrate with? We're all together in the huddle.
GCU roller hockey will continue to lay the foundation and look to build off their recent success for years to come. In Peoria, Joseph Furtado, Cronkite News. The WNBA All-Star Game made its debut 25 years ago in 1999 at Madison Square Garden. The inaugural matchup featured 23 of the league's top players from each conference, drawing a crowd of 18,000 spectators. Over 2 quarters of play, the Western Conference secured a 79-61 victory, marking their first ever win in the All-Star competition. Just a year later, Phoenix hosted the second All-Star game at America West Arena, now known as the Footprint Center, where the Western Conference won again in front of a crowd of 17,000 fans. Tina Thompson went on to be named MVP of the game. Now, 9 years later, in 2009, Nicole Powell became the first and only Arizona-born player to date to participate in the WNBA All-Star Game. Making her debut that year, Powell from Mountain Point High School represented the Sacramento team and scored 21 points. Arizona would host their second All-Star game in 2014 at U.S. Airways Center. The game featured the only overtime contest in the event's history, with the East defeating the West 125-124 after a thrilling 25-point overtime period. At the 2017 All-Star Game, Sue Bird set the record for most assists in a game with 11, and the West 130-121 win over the East. Just a year later in 2018, the WNBA changed the format of the All-Star Game for the first time in the event's history. The league implemented a pick-your-team format, moving away from the traditional East versus West matchup. Prior to the change, the West had dominated the East with a 10-3-1 record. Now, last year's WNBA game saw a new scoring record set, with Team Stewart defeating Team Wilson by a final score of 143 to 127. The two teams combined for a total of 270 points, the highest scoring WNBA All-Star game in history. Now, there was no shortage of scoring during the 2023 All-Star Game. Jewel Lloyd set a new scoring record, pouring in 31 points to surpass the previous high of 30 points. Phoenix will host their third WNBA All-Star Game at the Footprint Center this weekend. At the touchscreen, Joseph Furtado, Cronkite News.